but the Son, who will submit himself to God and speak what God has commanded him and do what God has commanded him, he'll be in the house, meaning on the earth, forever. And that's why they tell you that if you believe in Jesus and follow him, you will have everlasting life. Doesn't mean that as physical beings we won't die, but it means that what Jesus brings into existence will never die. And if you are a part of his kingdom, there's no such thing as death for you. So Jesus said, well, say you are Abraham's seed, but you seek to kill me. Now, I want you to stay awake. And if your neighbor look like they sleep, just nudge them. This is too important. No, not that hard, not that hard. He said, now, my word has no place in you. Now, here's scholarly writing. We didn't write it. Jesus stands on it, speaks to it, and they say he's the liar. Nothing he says would they hear. Now look at this. He said, I speak that which I have seen with my Father, and you do that which you have seen with your father. Now there are two fathers here now. See, God is not the father of everybody. Come on now. We're going to church and we're going to school. We're going to mosque. We're going to synagogue. We're going to hear some truth. Look. They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. See, now they're making a claim that Jesus is going to disprove. Abraham is our father. Well, Jesus said unto them, if you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. The Quran says of Abraham, he was neither a Christian or a Jew. He was an upright man, and he was not of the polytheists. Now, Judaism didn't come into existence until after Abraham. Talk to me. So he was not a Jew. And he was in existence before Jesus. So you can't say he was a Christian, but yet he was the friend of God. And all the prophets referred back to Abraham. Well, don't we want to be a friend of God? Don't we want God to be our friend? Well, if he was an upright man, then we can't say we're the friend of God if we are not striving to be upright. And that's why Muslims have to say this prayer. Surely I have turned myself. Well, you can't turn nowhere by yourself. Surely I'm being turned to thee, O Allah, striving to be what? and I am not of. That's the prayer. And every Muslim has to say it, and every Christian should say it. Listen, listen, listen. You're going to be fine in a minute. Jesus said, but now you seek to kill me, a man that has told you the truth, which I have heard of God. This Abraham didn't do. He said, you do the deeds of your father. They said to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one Father, even God. Now wait, see, you can't come at them and they don't come back at you. So they knew something about Jesus. They knew something about the circumstances of his birth. So they threw it up in his face. You talking about who we are? Well, we know you are nothing special. We are not born of fornication. Let's keep going. But Jesus said unto them, if God were your Father, you would love me. For I proceeded forth and came from God. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. See? Master Farrakhan raised the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But Elijah Muhammad sent me to you to complete his work. Now let's settle down, because it's going to get heavy. It's going to get heavy. Now, Jesus asked, why do you not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my word. Now Jesus gets bold. He said, ye, talking to the Jews, are of your father the devil. And the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. Now that opens up a big theological problem. Because he said, you are of your father, and the father of them, he said, was the devil. We better get into this right away. Got to get into it right away. As my brother Jabril would say, right now. Oh, here it is. Now look at this. This brings us to the beginning of the enemy. I'm about to go there. In the book of Luke, Jesus said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So the father of this people were once in heaven.